By the way, so we're going to read the verse, discuss the verse a little bit, and then should we play Prabhupada? What do you think? Adi, what do you think? You're Srila Prabhupada's disciple. Should we play Prabhupada or just keep going? You have to unmute yourself before saying anything, and then mute yourself back. That's the culture.
We can cover it today. Srila Prabhupada spoke yesterday.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, okay.
Okay, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 42. The chapter is entitled The Breaking of the Sacrificial Bow. Verses 3 and 4. Verse 3. Sairandya Uvacha Dasasmaham Sundarakam Sasamata Jivakranama Hyu Anulipa Karmani Madbhavitam Bojapatir Ati Priyam Vinayuvanko Nyam Tamastat Adhati. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. The maidservant replied, O handsome one, I am a servant of King Kamsa, who highly regards me for the ointments I make. My name is Trivakra. Who else but you two deserve my ointments, which the Lord of the Bojas likes so much? Purport. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Venetia's favorite saint, explains that Trivakra, who is also known as Kubja, used the singular address Sundara, or handsome one, to hint that she felt conjugal desire for Krishna alone. And she used the dual form Yuvam for both of you to try to hide her conjugal sentiment. So she was addressing Krishna alone, but then she said that the ointment is for you two, addressing Krishna and Balaram, trying to hide her conjugal sentiment for Krishna. The hunchback's name, Trivakra, indicates that her body was bent at the neck, chest, and waist. Trivakra. Tri means three. There's Krishna has a name, Trivikram. It means his form is also bent in three places. Trivikrama Swami Maharaj.
Trivikram refers to the 3 steps of Amanadev.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tribanda.
Tribanda, yeah. Krishnadai, what was that?
Tribhanga.
Trianga. Right. Yeah, that's 3 bent forms. And where is Krishna? Where is his body? Where does it bend?
Yeah, it was at the neck, I mean the face, the waist, and the legs, if I'm correct. Knees.
Knees. Okay. And in Kubja's case, it's neck, chest, and waist. Okay. Verse 4. Thank you, Krishnadai Prabhu Adipusha Prabhu. Thank you. Okay. Verse 4. Translation. Her mind, overwhelmed by Krishna's beauty, charm, sweetness, smiles, words, and glances, Trivakra gave both Krishna and Balaram generous amounts of ointment. Purport. This incident is also described in the Vishnu Purana 527. Strutva mahasa Krishnam Krihatam iti sadaram Anulepanam pradado Gatra yogyam atyo bhyayo. Hearing this, she respectfully replied to Lord Krishna, please take it, and gave both of them ointment suitable for applying to their bodies. End of purport. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyananjala Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yenai Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Upakada Magyam Tadati Svapadantikam. Translation of this mantra that we hear every day. When will Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who was established within this material world, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me the shelter under his lotus feet. Mandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sadagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Tamscha. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and of all the other preceptors of the path of devotional service. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas and unto the 6 Goswamis, including Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, and their associates. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all his devotees headed by Srivas Thakur. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, Srimati Radharani, and all the gopis headed by Lalita and Vishakha. See, when we're worshiping Krishna, we're also worshiping the devotees. Krishna is never alone. Then comes Srila Prabhupada's prayer. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Putale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto His Divine Grace, A.C., which is Abhayachar Narvinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at his lotus feet. Our respectful obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami, that's Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries, which are filled with impersonalism and voidism, nirvishesha shunyavadi, impersonalism and voidism. Okay. So let's begin. Like I said, this is community class. Feel free to unmute yourself and contribute. So what comes to mind is that the hunchback lady has feeling for Krishna. And she is not just hiding her feeling, even though she's not, it's not just that. She's not hiding her feeling for Krishna. She's actively manifesting it externally by offering what was originally meant for King Kamsa. She's eagerly offering it to Krishna, going against, I guess, her external duty. So devotional service is a feeling. It's not necessarily, there's no blueprint of what is devotional service and what is not. Devotional service is who you are doing it for. So there's 2 aspects. There's who, Krishna, we're doing it for Krishna, and there has to be some sort of action. There has to be external action. So it's both. Sentiment and external external manifestation of the sentiment. when we, Sharmila. Yeah, Sharmila, absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Rukmini. It's hard to fill out the calendar in November. I don't know why, somehow or other everybody's away. So I'll reach out to her. Yeah, she's busy, but I'll tell her that Sharmila is requested. So I think she will accept the invitation.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's like there's this organization, Catholic Worker. They are actively serving. They're giving out meals to the homeless. In Christianity, it's very much emphasized this external manifestation of our love for God and for His children. There's a lot of outreach, a lot of community services going on, and so that's one side of the equation. But the other side is the who we're doing it for part. There has to be a solid philosophical understanding behind what we're doing externally for the Lord, because otherwise it just defeats the purpose. And if we stop seeing Krishna behind everything we do, then we stopped seeing forest for the trees. The whole point of cleaning the bathroom in the temple is to increase our remembrance of Krishna. If we're cleaning the bathroom and we have something else going on in our mind, in our heart, then it's just meaningless suffering. We're just burning karma, like burning gasoline, burning karma. And karma goes up and down, up and down, up and down. There's no way we can figure out the karma. There's no way we can burn it all, because while burning karma, we're also creating it. So it's just a lost cause. But when we are doing something externally while remembering Krishna and understanding this, that I am doing this particular service, or I'm signing up for this particular service, not to put a check mark on my to-do list, or not to get rid of something that is between me and my sensual enjoyment. Sometimes we think like that. Oh, let me finish my rounds and then I can watch some YouTube. We're doing devotional service for Krishna, understanding that He's there on the receiving end, and our effort doesn't go unnoticed, even though sometimes we may lack external appreciation from others. We're not doing it for Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya teaches us through his Shikshashtakam prayers how we shouldn't expect anything in return. Our service goes to Krishna. It's between us and the Lord, and that's all that matters. We may be praised, we may be unnoticed, unsung heroes, or we may even be misunderstood. That's okay. The service has to go on with the blessing of our Guru, our senior devotees. That has to be there. Then this way, if our Guru is pleased, if our immediate senior devotees are pleased with our service, then that means Krishna is pleased. And that should be the source of our inspiration to go on. We shouldn't be discouraged. Like Anupam recently mentioned, Srila Prabhupada, in one of his letters to his family, he was describing his preaching efforts in India. And there wasn't much external success. There wasn't a good response to it. There was a lot of obstruction, a lot of indifference. And Srila Prabhupada was writing to his, I think it was a family member. He was explaining how, but he said, but I am not someone who can be easily discouraged. I often catch myself drifting into criticizing devotees for, the lack of reaction that I expect. But then I always bring up this one line by Prabhupada: I shouldn't be easily discouraged. I shouldn't be discouraged. I should keep going. Krishna knows what's going on. Everything is the way Krishna wants. I have to do my part, and then I shouldn't expect anything and just keep going. Krishna knows my heart, and that's my inspiration. With this, I see Venetia has her hand up. She probably wants to say something in regard to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
Thank you for taking that for the team. My question, if I may, Hare Krishna, changes gears a little bit, and was curious about the expression of conjugal sentiment for Krishna in general, and in particular, why the woman in this verse is trying to hide it, where others haven't. Is it just because she's a servant of Krishna, or does it have something to do with her physical state? But also, sort of more importantly, generally speaking, maybe people who know more about what our acharyas say about conjugal sentiment for Krishna, is that something that is encouraged or allowed or sanctioned, or what do people know about that? Thank you. And I'm driving, so I'm going to put my camera off and my phone down. This is very dangerous.
Thank you, Venetia. Thank you. Wonderful question. I defer to Krishna Daya right away before I say something that is not in line. That's above my pay grade. It's a subject. Krishna Daya, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please.
I take blessings from Adipurush Prabhu before speaking on this. He is definitely a better person to speak on this. Just Prabhu, when you are speaking, Anand Bihari Prabhu, when you were speaking, I thought of sharing this point, but that was little bit exactly 180 degrees opposite to what you were sharing. But yeah, anyway, it's not that much different also. Like whenever the feelings are there, even the greatest devotees, everybody in the exalted state, or when we are in close connection with Krishna, just like Kubja, and we have some sincerity, so the ecstatic feelings come. But people try to restrain or withhold the feelings. They don't want to make a big show. Even we see the same thing when Krishna is coming after a long interval back to Dwarka. The queens of Krishna, they were having this very intimate feelings, but they were withholding that. They were not making a public show of it, though it was being expressed. So they were sending their children to embrace Krishna, and in the same way, they are feeling that happiness of that conjugal reciprocation. So, in an exalted state, all the great devotees, the acharyas, so they ensure that though they have these highest feelings, they withhold back. They don't want to publicly, show that. So here, Kubja was like in front of everybody, and then she has some sincerity. Loa Sharman didn't have the sincerity, but she has that positive attitude towards Krishna. So she was feeling that great feelings, and then but she withhold because it's in public. So that's why she initially addressed only Krishna, but later she addressed to both Krishna and Balram, please accept my service. And regarding conjugal love, I don't want to be a spoiler, but the next verses, anyway, we are going to, face that situation. The ideal thing is everybody is Prakriti. There is no Purusha. Purusha means the enjoyer. So the concept of male and female, the bodily concept, so body anatomy, that is keeping that aside. Everybody is to be enjoyed by Krishna. Prakriti means everybody can be enjoyed by Krishna. The only Purusha is Sri Krishna. So ultimately, yes, we have in the pure state, those feelings will manifest. But the question is whether or not to have it. I mean, we should just let go whatever the feelings, because there are various rasas. Some are like in Shantaras. I mean, they will not have experienced that feelings of conjugal love towards Krishna to that much. Like just a simple example, like Mother Yashoda, she is also the greatest of the devotees, but she doesn't experience that conjugal love towards Sri Krishna. And there are the Sakha boyfriends of Krishna. They don't experience that conjugal love. That does not mean that they're not great devotees. So if it is, if we are experiencing based on whatever is our swarup or whatever, that's the high topic. If you are experiencing, that's okay. There is nothing wrong in that. But at the same time, it needs to be confirmed by the exalted devotees. And then the main symptom is, even though one is experiencing, they'll not make a show of it. They'll not make it public. It's only very private in between the soul and the Lord. So, sorry, I don't know whether that helps, but yeah.
Thank you, Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, conjugal means intimate, something very sacred, something very private, just by definition, I would say. So thank you for this elaboration.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
I have some other points. Can I share?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So this is one thing, like in this context, like there is a concept of sahajiya where people, they may not be having that feelings, but they say that if you express those feelings slowly, you will develop those feelings. So that's what even some psychologists also say, but Srila Prabhupada never recommended that. So it's not that we express that publicly, such feelings, even though we don't have it. So that path was never recommended. There are a lot of examples also. Like once one devotee, one small, one outside person. So he came to our Vrindavan temple, and then he was expressing a lot of feelings. And then all the devotees came, and then they told to Prabhupada, here is an exalted person. He's expressing a lot of feelings in front of the deities for a long time. So Srila Prabhupada said that, so you can do this. Take a stick and beat him up and down, thoroughly. If he still, stays there and then expresses the feeling, then he's definitely a great person. And then if he runs away, then he's not. So, and then that person ran away. So we need to be a little bit, cautious, to understand, people are expressing those feelings. So they can be either ways. In the second verse, actually, there is something very interesting. Like that hunchback lady, there are so many aspects of Lord Krishna mentioned in the second verse. Like we see here, Krishna's beauty, charm, sweetness, smiles, words, and glances. So these are some aspects of Sri Krishna which attracts the living entity. Long back, Gaur Sharan Prabhu was giving the class, Anand Bihari Prabhu, you may remember. So Krishna has a lot of opulences, 6 kinds of opulences: strength, beauty, renunciation, knowledge, fame, and wealth. So what is the primary opulence of Krishna?
Hold on, let them guess. Let them guess. Who can guess? What is it that Krishna has that no one else has? Bhima is rushing to the camera. Look at him.
The fruit. Yeah. So this 6 opulences, beauty is the one which is the primary, because so that is always with Krishna, and then that's always exhibited. So and then so here we can see that Kubja is getting attracted. Everybody gets attracted by the beauty, charm, and then this aspects of Krishna. So recently our Prabhu was giving a class, Shubh-Vilas Prabhu, in the Bhakti Center. So he said that in Vrindavan, how to understand where is Krishna in the forest. So he said that just look at the animals. So the animals, they will always be gazing in the direction where Krishna is there.
Like Mike's dogs, right? What's your dog's name, Mike? He's listening to the class.
His name is Bean.
Beam?
Yeah,
nice.
Bean.
Nice. Hey, welcome to class, Beam. Your namesake is here, right? Bhima? Yeah, he's waving his hand, saying hi. Okay, yeah, Krishna, I'm sorry for interrupting you with this silly stuff. I'm sorry.
Just one more point. So that's what, the beauty of the Lord is something which is the primary thing, of the 6 opulences. And then the other point is like, what happened to Kupcha? She said is, over his mind, her mind is overwhelmed. So that's what Lord's another name is Manamohana, one who bewilders our heart. And then Manohara. So we have our Manohar Prabhu, one who captures the heart, or the mind. So that's what exactly happened to Kupcha. And then we should be fortunate if Lord can capture our heart also. Rather, we should allow Lord to capture our heart. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, if there is God, it's got to be Krishna. No job, no duty, just fun, no beard. It's beautiful. Yeah, Beam. Beam is beautiful. Gazing at the Lord. Okay. Thank you, Krishna Prabhu. Wonderful elaboration. Krishna is beautiful and all attractive. And Bhima Prabhu has contribution. Please, Bhima Prabhu. You are unmuted, I think. You can go.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. I just, in regards to that, we often, and as we well should, not jump ahead of ourselves. But the important thing is to not to make this idea of having affection for Krishna taboo. Because we have to seek it out. It's part of it's Krishna's quality, and it's part of our life. And if you don't dovetail it towards Krishna, then you'll dovetail it elsewhere. You can't get rid of it. You can't suppress it. I can speak from personal experience, 10 years of brahmachari. You just can't. You gotta, like the song says, you have to find somebody to love, right? You're gonna need somebody to love. So the thing is that love, and especially in the conjugal essence, is marked by the symptom of surrender. A bride, Prabhupada says in one of his purports, like a bride surrendering to the groom on the wedding night. So there's that implicit faith that no matter what is coming forward, I give myself to thee. And that includes, and this is the big part about conjugal love, that includes the long enduring courtship that Krishna plays with the jiva soul. That there may be, or not maybe, there will be many tests. Krishna's constantly saying, do you really love me? Let me give you the second best thing. Let me give you profit, adoration, distinction, and fame. Are your eyes, that one often says, if you see a man embracing a woman, but the woman's looking over the man's shoulders at another man, is that embrace for real? It's not. So similarly, we can test ourselves by simply making a check mark as to where our mind, our eyes, our mind, our attention, where does it go? Where, if we think that, if we truly know that this intimate relationship with Krishna, in the Bible, at least, God says, I am a jealous God. Does that mean he's petty? No, it just means that he only accepts pure, unadulterated love. And that may be at the expense of every material thing. As Queen Kunti said, all my thoughts, like the Ganges, flows into the ocean. So, you can't even really begin to think of the word or the concept of conjugal love, pure surrender, until you realize that all your thoughts are, you wake up, your eyes, you wake up in the morning, and the first thought is, the holy name. Or the first thought is, how may I serve the devotees? Or the first thought is, my deities need prasad, or did I pull up the blanket over my deities to make them warm last night? These first thoughts, these second thoughts, these third thoughts, which become natural by virtue of that essential desire for love and to be loved. Anyways, I'm rambling on, but I find it sometimes disheartening how we make it a taboo to yearn for that type of relationship when actually it's our essence and it's what Krishna wants from us. Hare Krishna.
Thanks, Bhima Prabhu. As Bhima Prabhu was talking, I was thinking of this day and age. It's called Kali Yuga, the iron age of quarrel and hypocrisy. What's the process for us to express our feelings for Krishna very intimately? How do we do that? If the answer is there, it's by chanting. When Radhanath Maharaj is chanting, you can see those feelings that he has for Krishna. And you can participate in his offering by chanting responsively. So there is a process for us where we can access those higher realms, the realms where higher feelings for Krishna are manifested actively by chanting in kirtan nicely. Close your eyes, just invest everything you have in the chanting, and do it as much as possible. Srila Prabhupada once said, I'm not sure in response to what he said that, but he said, I'm just a kirtan man. He said, I wrote all these books just so you can chant Hare Krishna. So for this day and age, the conjugal love means we should congregate together, and whether it's a guitar or harmonium, day or night, we should chant together, glorifying the Lord. And this Srimad Bhagavatam class is also a form of chanting collectively. We're glorifying Krishna together, collectively, receiving blessings and boons. Okay, that's what I wanted to say. Adipusha Prabhu, Temple Room, any contributions?
Hare Krishna. Well, it's been covered amazingly, perfectly by Krishna Daya and Bhima about how the subject is love. Kubja is falling in love with Krishna. I love these Hollywood movies. We pray to Prabhupada what to say. We don't know what to say. With these Hollywood movies where you see like there's a big crowded room, and then across the room a girl walks in and the camera zooms in on the girl's face, and then it zooms in on this guy's face on the other side of the room, and then everything else fades out into a blur, and they're just looking at each other, you know, that there's some kind of a Cupid's arrow going on where there's an attraction. And of all the beautiful features of Krishna, his beauty, his strength, his fame, his, you know, his all these different things that are his wonderful qualities. The fact that Krishna loves us, you know, so Kubja, she's attracted to Krishna because he's the one who loves us the most. It's unrivaled. That pure, it says his glance, his sweetness, these are ways of showing affection. You know, they're looking at each other, and she's moved to see how Krishna loves her, and she wants to reciprocate. The point that Krishna Daya made about Prakriti and Purusha, that there is the supreme enjoyer, the Purusha, and then all of us are Prakriti. We're meant to give enjoyment to the Lord. Feminine, not in the sense of what kind of a body we have, but feminine in the sense that we are meant to give pleasure. We're meant to serve.
Yeah, feminine in the sense, Krishna, I'm yours. That's what femininity means in bhakti.
Trying to please the Lord. It's so sweet. And we want to give everything. And Kubja, anybody, Prabhupada said, anybody can purchase Krishna, but it's going to cost you everything you've got. You know, the Bible describes that thing about the pearl of great price. If you find a pearl of great price, you sell everything to get it because it's so valuable, you know. So we try to follow in the footsteps of personalities like Kubja. We look at Krishna, we say, Krishna, like you said, Krishna, I'm yours, and then we try to make some gesture of affection, some offering, and ultimately offering ourselves. You know, like the bride offers herself to the bridegroom. You know, Krishna, I hope I can please you somehow. Show me what you need, what you want, how you want to use me. What a wonderful subject matter, this class, amazing. Kubja falling in love with Krishna. What she had was scented oils, so she offered that. The garland maker offered his flowers. And whatever we've got, we can offer it to Krishna with love, and he'll accept it. Anyway, I'm just reflecting what everybody else already said. It's such an interesting subject matter. We look at Krishna, he looks at us, and it's like, ding! Wow! Look at that. Look at that sweet, loving glance. Anyway, all glories to Prabhupada, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I was once in Kirtan in the temple room, and there was one brahmachari. I was looking at him, and every time he would run by me, we were running in circles. He was looking somewhere. He was glancing somewhere with a very sweet glance. I said, is he like looking at a Mataji on the other side of the temple room? What's going on? What's wrong with this person? And I was studying him, looking at him. And then I finally realized that he's looking at the deities. The deities were open. And I was like, is he looking at those statues like that? Wow. It was a very, very, many years ago, in one of my first kirtans. Very interesting observation that I had, that you can cast glances like that at a deity. That's unbelievable. And that brahmachari is still going strong, still steady in his service, by the way. Not a brahmachari anymore, though. Got married. Serving in a different capacity now. But with the same intimacy, with the same affection for Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada gave us everything that we need to practice that love that we have. That's our original state of consciousness, that love for Krishna. It's not some external imposition on the self. It's something that we uncover every morning willingly through the processes that Prabhupada gave. Yes, Adi?
Cool does.
Hare Krishna.
Thus, Hare Krishna.
Put me on the spot again. I'm always. I thought the hunchback woman kombucha. What's her name? Not kombucha is what I drink. What is her?
Kombucha, yeah. Kubja.
It's just so how innocent and unabashed she is to express her desire to want to be with Krishna, and it just reminds me how when we first become devotees, there's that almost like, why? I mean, here I am. You have to give up everything, all your friends, your family, and because everybody's, for a lot of devotees, I think they're like, why would you join this movement? God's a little blue boy, and it's perplexing to a lot of people. So we have to also just give up all of our looking good, our ideas of how it should be, and we just follow our love and our feelings that we have for Krishna. And then the other thing I heard when you were talking about the chanting, and one thing I was trying the other day on the chanting is I pretend that when I'm chanting, I close my eyes and pretend like I'm in a firing squad and I have a blindfold on. Can you imagine the chanting you would do if you were in that predicament? You're going to get ready to be killed. And so it just that's how I was thinking. So
Well, what a nice meditation. I'm gonna meditate on it. And Bhima, right?
Das is dying before he dies every morning.
Hare Krishna. Das mentioned giving up your friends. You don't give up them. We embrace them in a deeper way. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Jai Maharaj, one police officer said, "What do you have to give up to be a Hare Krishna?" He said, "You have to give up suffering."
Yeah.
We have our
Well,
inappropriate.
That reminds me, I just talked to an old friend who, there was two old friends of mine, two high school friends, and they got together, and I was talking to them on the phone just the other day. And then when I called the other one back, the other one hadn't talked to a long time, they said, my name before I became Das was Dave. And so the one said to the other, gee, I wonder if Dave had it right all along. You know, it was really satisfying to hear that because, you know, they had taken the path of, you know, the normal path. You know, there's two roads. And when you look back and you think, wow, through my 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, I didn't take intoxication. I tried my best to serve Krishna. I became purified to some degree. And, you know, and so here this person was thinking, wow, I wonder if maybe he did the right choice, you know. It was interesting. Want to say hello? Let's say hello.
Hello.
Hi, Maria. Okeshwar? Adi's putting everybody on the spot. Thank you, Adi.
Offering an opportunity to share their hearts, that's all.
Yeah.
Mother Teresa said everyone is meant to love and be loved. So without that, what's the use?
Yeah. Okay, it's darshan time. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful devotees that come to class so steadily. Thank you. Jai. This is how Krishna comes in town. A little bit of Gajendra in the beginning, but then nice and pure and strong. Thank you, Gopal Krishna, Prabhu. Nice seeing everybody. Amrita Kishori, Didi, Scarlett, Venetia, Bhima Prabhu. All the bhakti beauties are here. Bhima Prabhu, we don't want to see the poop. We've had enough of that. We want to see the Lord.
Hey, Adi.
Yeah, like that.
Goes back. Is there a switch here? Yeah. Which one? Oh, this one?
Right, you see that? You can do that. You can just that's that part. This part just swivels.
Oh.
Because it's so low, you're going to get angry, right? But that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. That was a nice hand.
God, thank you, Adipusha Prabhu, for the darshan. Bhima Prabhu, I put a blanket on our deities. I mean, my wife did. Let me show you. See, they're cozy and warm, keeping them
Isn't
warm.
it great? And then from here on, is this the first time, or do you always do that?
No, just when it got colder, we started doing that.
Yeah, and you'll notice if you wake up in the night and you forget to put the blanket around them, you'll automatically go, oh my God, they don't have a blanket. Like if you wake up and it's cold, you'll be like, oh my God, my deities are cold, and you'll jump up, before you start mentally, letting your mind get in the way. Automatic, your concern goes to the deities, that they're warm, and you can see that like a girl, a little girl taking care of her doll, that there's an instinct there, that maternal instinct, that caring instinct is automatic, and Krishna has allowed us to express it with the deities, to actually express the real instinct that we have, that we wish to care for our best friend, or in this way. Yeah, it's wonderful. There's somebody else who thinks it's wonderful, right?
Nice. We think you're wonderful, Bhima. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, dear devotees, we love you. We appreciate your association, your friendship, your steadiness in this service. We're wishing you a wonderful day. Come again tomorrow. Keep Krishna warm. And chant Hare Krishna and be happy. That's Srila Prabhupada's instruction. We'll see you again tomorrow. Hare Krishna.